Hey parents, do you ever feel like your child is stuck in a fight or flight response? Maybe it's with sensory system, maybe it's their emotions, maybe it's a number of chronic health challenges such as digestion, sleep, immune system, just overall overwhelm. Well, the reason I want to talk in this video is I want to talk about the side of the nervous system that pushes our kids to be overwhelmed, the sympathetic side of the nervous system. There's no doubt that over the last, 10 to 15 years, since even I've been in practice at least, that kids' chronic health conditions is skyrocketing. And as parents, we really wonder why that is. Why is it that just all these things are happening? And even though we do the right things, the therapies, the star charts, we help them with emotional regulation, we try to do all the things don't just get better. They oftentimes get worse. So if you're stuck in this cycle, what I would love to do is look and help you look down to the root cause. And oftentimes the root cause is looking back into what develops first. And that's the child's central nervous system. Now, the central nervous system is controlled by two main sides, the sympathetic side and the parasympathetic side. So I want to dive into both of those today, but I think what you'll find interesting is with this analogy of really how this balance between the sympathetic and parasympathetic system works. Now, it can be easy to compare a kid's emotional state to that of a race car. And if your kid moves fast and gets overwhelmed, this is actually going to be pretty easy for you to see. See, kids are very much like a race car on a racetrack. A race car and a racetrack has long straightaways and oval turns, right? Kids can go fast and they love to go fast. It's fun to go fast on these straightaways when things are good. It might be an activity they like to do. It might be playing with friends. It might be when they're just having that great day doing what they love. They're able to go fast on that straightaway. But as a parent, we know that straightaways don't always last. There's times that they need to be redirected. We might have to do a transition. They might have to do homework. They might have to come in from playing. They might have to do something they don't like to do. And that's the turn. That's the turn. What is every race car needs in a turn? They need a brake pedal. See, our kids are just like this high-powered Corvette engine that thrives on straightaways, but if that Corvette engine has bicycle brakes on it, it's not a great option. It doesn't match up to the power of that Corvette engine. It's going to be messy. When you hit those turns, there's going to be overwhelm. There's going to be dysregulation. There's going to be big emotional breakdowns and meltdowns because the kids don't have the brake pedal to match up with the gas pedal. Now, our nervous system is the exact same way. It's built on this gas versus brake analogy. In fact, that's why we call the sympathetic system the gas pedal and the parasympathetic system the brake pedal. Those two systems are designed to operate in balance. Now, the gas pedal is designed to protect, it's designed to be in fight or flight. It's designed for those big important situations like taking a test or playing with friends, doing sports. So it's important to have that. That's the motivation that we use to get going. Parents, we use this all the time. Every day we're like, okay, I'm at work, I've got kids, I've got this to do, I've got that to do. We activate our sympathetics. Our kids do the same things. But what if they can't turn that sympathetic system off? If they can't turn that sympathetic system off, then they can never get into what we call the brake pedal system or the parasympathetic system. Now, the parasympathetics are designed to be that rest, relax, digest, immune function side of it. There, our brake pedal, that's designed to help kids take those turns easier when they're maybe doing something that requires more focus. Maybe it's something that they're not used to doing or don't like to do, or maybe it's just a quick transition to one thing out of another. That can be tough for them. They need that brake pedal to help them through that. Now, this parasympathetic and sympathetic system, it develops first in kids. It develops actually even when they are developing within mom. And so what often happens when there's emotional stress during pregnancy, when there's a tough labor and delivery, prenatal stress, when we look at things like assisted delivery, when we look at things like forceps or vacuum, a tough physical stress on the nervous system really, really early on, when that balance of the nervous system develops, that can cause the system to go in an imbalanced state. The sympathetic dominant system, the fight or flight protection system, comes to the surface and it gets stuck on. And this is why kids can struggle early on with colic. They can struggle with constipation. They can struggle with developmental delays. They can just be that not happy baby that wants to just go, go, go and doesn't do easy things like sleep, digest, eat really easy because their sympathetic system is stuck on and their brake pedal isn't able to activate. Now, unfortunately, kids don't grow out of this. They grow into more of that sympathetic dominance. And that's why we see that gas pedal or sympathetic system really rule with behavior dysregulation, emotions, and all of these chronic health conditions later on in life. Now, as a pediatric chiropractor, what we really focus on is measuring this. We look at kids, we say, okay, here's what you're struggling with, but what is your nervous system doing? What is it doing? Is it more overactive on the sympathetics, or is that brake pedal not coming up to the charge? Are there bicycle brakes? So we measure this in our office with our INSiGHT scanning technology. This gives us a good place to start to just quantitatively look at the nervous system and say, really just, okay, here's the balance of it. How do we help them get back? Because here's what we know, parents, if you're doing all the right things, if you're, helping them with their emotions, if you're feeding them the right foods and the right diet, and, you've gone to the right therapies in place, but nothing's working, it probably goes a little bit deeper than that. And we need to look at that balance, and getting that balance back can make you feel like all the things you're doing are going a lot better to help your child. So if you want to learn more about this, we would love if you click the link in our bio. We are all about finding this balance in the nervous system because it develops first. It's often the root cause that our kids struggle with. So if you feel like you've got a kid that's got this awesome high-powered Corvette engine, that is awesome. No one would ever trade in a Corvette for something different, right? I won't insert a name of a car here because it might be your car, right? I have a minivan at home. I'm not going to use that, but we would never trade in that high-powered Corvette engine for something less. We just need the brake pedal and the ability to regulate that around the racetrack so that our kids can thrive, they can adapt, they can transition really well with that good balance in their nervous system, in their gas versus brake. So if you have any more questions or comments, please let us know. Please share this video. We would love to help your child if you feel they are struggling with that gas versus brake balance. We love you. Take care, guys.